thinking juice. Hey everybody, how's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's had a great, wonderful day or having a great, wonderful day. Thought you'd bring you along. Probably only seen this area once and it looked way different than it was.
And you only saw like a little corner of it.
Because it was just something we threw together real quick for kind of like our, well, it's kind of going to be our mini temporary outdoor kitchen, in a sense.
I would say food preservation room.
Or we could do it that way too. Sure. But
we brought you in here once before when we introduced you to our wonderful freeze dryer, but I was at work yesterday and I came home and my wonderful husband had had made this a beautiful little food preservation room, so we just wanted to give you it's not even a tour, it's not that big. We just wanted to show you what he did, how he did it, how much he spent, and how easy it will be for you to do something similar.
Yeah, really easy. This is about, what, 12 feet by 8 feet total, but we've got our freezer and refrigerator down here because, you know, we've got our little travel trailer and it's got a tiny refrigerator, so we never have enough room for freezing and stuff, so we've kept that down here and we put our freeze dryer down here. But the problem was you know, I made a little quick bench and it just was OSB or, you know, just crud stuff. We didn't feel comfortable.
I didn't want to make food
trying to get
around
it wasn't
the area.
Yeah, it wasn't clean enough down here for all that. So we because, you know, we had exposed beam things here with stuff above, so we've got a little like ceiling in here to block any stuff from that little upstairs thing coming down, and then recovered the walls, and then of course recovered the benches. So
I'm going to let him tell you about what all he did, and I will work the camera and try to kind of quick show you that. Again, this won't be a long video, but yeah, let's get started.
Yeah. Okay. So our little countertop is basically that flooring we put down in the soap shop that, you know, of course that project still has to be done too. But, you know, this is all that leftover stuff that we got for a really super deal. You know, I don't know, we paid, what, 4 cents a square foot total out of all that stuff we got. So, and we still have plenty. And this part and this part, I think took like 1 box. So, that wasn't bad. Now, I've got this metal shelf I got. I think they were at Sam's one time. That they went on clearance real cheap. But the shelving they had in it was just this compressed wood. And being out here, humidity got to it out there in that little bus where I had them at. So they just caved all in and everything. So what I did is I've got some of these 2x6s and 2x8s that I just ran my saw blade down twice at like a 1/2 inch, and then I moved it over a 1/16 and just made enough room for them to sit directly on, and then I put the flooring on top, which gives it a really good sturdy top. And I just got to do the other 2 shelves, of course, still. So that turned out a lot better cleaning area to clean up, because that other stuff we had, it wasn't a smooth surface. So when something spilled, trying to clean it and wipe it up, it was just getting into the wood. So that's why we stopped. We haven't used our freeze dryer as much as we need to because of just the conditions down here. So we got that, and then this is all some wood that I had gotten real super cheap, and still have a lot of it left. Just like 7/16 thick, 7/16 of an inch, which is almost a 1/2 inch.
Like a deck board.
Thick, and it was out of some 2x6s, and it's just a scraping off of it. So they worked out great to put them all up onto the wall, and then we have them on the other end of the wall, and I did it up on the ceiling and put them all up. And then on the back wall back here, I had a bunch of them because, you know, they don't make trees like they used to anymore. And so you've got all that waned out parts because where they cut the boards at. So I just kind of staggered them down behind that other wall.
Because there was a wall there.
There's a wall there. Well, there's walls everywhere, but that covered it up. This wall wasn't that bad shape. So, and I kind of gave it that, I wanted that little bit of a look. That's just me personally, though. Another little thing, just to kind of hold all of our parchment paper, and aluminum foil, and our gloves, and our baggies and stuff. I just made this little 2 foot long. I think it's 4 inches wide. I made it 9 inches tall. And, you know, I had leftover of this just to make it look fancy. And made like a little 1-inch strip at the top so that I can still reach into here to get to the gloves, get to those small bags. I can still pull these little gallon bags out too. And we got our freeze dryer bags up here, our Mylar bags. So, and that was just something quick, easy. Made it. I put 2 little small backboards on it to hold it all together so that I could use it to screw to the wall. And it's a sturdy little shelf. And it was all made out of stuff I got out of my scrap barrel in there. So then, oh, and then of course we got our little cooler hooked back up that I got from my mother-in-law. She gave me this little cooler, which is kind of nice to have a little bit of hot water, cold water down here.
It's got a coffee pot.
And of course we got our coffee pot.
It's not a bun, but
it's not our bun like we've got upstairs up top, but it makes a 1 cup pretty quick. And then, you know, like when we're down here, we had that small issue with another coffee pot we had that we'd make coffee and then we'd forget about it because we're out doing something. Oh, and then I put new lighting, and these are, got these lights from Walmart, these LED lights. They're pretty,
I'm sorry, y'all. I know that's probably blinding you.
It's probably really bright, but what were they on the Thanksgiving sale or whatever? $14 a pop, I think.
Yep.
They're not changeable bulbs or nothing, but they're pretty bright, and they're a lot brighter than that one light that I had in here before. The whole reason to get all this nice and a little bit more on a sanitary note is for the good old freeze dryer, so that we can just keep constantly using this thing, because now we have a better surface plus now a longer surface to work with, because we didn't have this bench here before. This actually used to be the spot where we had a wash machine and dryer at. And I will tell you, on wash machine and dryers, being off-grid, you do not want a top-load, old-style washing machine with agitator in it and everything. Those things will suck up at least 30 gallons of water they go through. So we had got them, and it was kind of weird because when my daughter moved up here to North Carolina, we bought them from her real cheap because she was getting rid, you know, she needed to get rid of them to move. So we bought them from her, and then ended up giving them back to her.
So we essentially rented them.
I guess we rented them from her, I guess.
We only used it twice.
Yeah, we only used it a couple times. Actually, no, I think we used it about 4 times. And I happened to check our water catchment. And I was like, wow, I know we're not, you know, the animals didn't take that much water, and so we didn't use that much water. That washing machine, I'll tell you, if you're off-grid and you're trying to do this, do not go with a top load, not unless you've got plenty of water catchment for yourself. Because they use up a ton. Those are out, so that's why we have room to now put this space in here. So now we have a nice longer area to work with, to take the trays out, do all of our prep. We can have our sealer up here with enough room, our scale, you know, our blender when we need to, you know, powder something up, which...
We've got the shelf down there that's...
I've got a shelf, but this shelf's going to get redone too. This, you know, and I still need to add my other shelf here.
For our hydrator.
I just got really excited. I had to show you all this.
So essentially, this is the room. Now that it feels a bit more sanitary and it's easier to clean and manage, we will be doing our dehydrating down here, our freeze drying down here. We'll be bringing you some videos. And we're actually going to try canning.
Doing some canning down here too. I think we can do, we've got a little induction, right? Is that the word?
Induction
cooktop thing that she uses for her soaping normally.
He's going to steal it. Watch.
End up stealing it just to heat up what we need to, and then I'll probably grab the propane tank with the burner
to water bath.
To do my water bathing in.
Right.
And I think that'll work out pretty good. That way I don't have to go bug the kids over there and mess with all their stuff that they have going on there.
And since this is where we're going to be storing our food and not at our kids' house.
Yeah, because
if you have kids, you know why you don't want to store your food over there.
Yeah,
you won't have any food.
I made jelly, and for some reason I don't have as much as I had before. It's weird.
But overall, what did you spend?
What did I spend? I spent a few hours, some time. So, you know, we did that. The flooring, like I said, that's I don't know, maybe $1 worth of flooring because of the deal we got on it. And I don't know, I got a really good deal from work on this scrap stuff at work.
Did you even use a third of what you got?
Oh, wait. So I probably
50 cents?
I don't know, 10 cents, 20 cents. I don't know. I probably did it all for under about $2. Well, like the lights we already had because we got them on a special.
And we were going to use them elsewhere.
I guess technically I spent $28 there, but.
So, all in all, $30.
If you got your scrap stuff and everything out like that, that's nice stuff. And like I said, this flooring should work out pretty good too to keep a good clean surface. And like I said, this is still just also our temporary thing, but we know that it's still going to be a while until we can get
our outdoor
kitchen really built. And you know, we're losing a lot of stuff not being able to preserve it like we need to. But I have another thing to ask all of y'all. This little thing. I like this look of natural kind of stuff. Miss Designer.
No.
She thinks we should do like a whitewash.
I was thinking of doing a whitewash on it just because it would brighten it up in here. It is a small space and the lighter color would make it feel a bit bigger. However, doing food in here and white walls, I don't know. I mean, I like the wood look. I love the wood look. But it seems so small in here, and white just makes things seem bigger and cleaner. So,
in my aspect, the natural look, it's already done. Now she wants to take one more step and whitewash it.
No.
Y'all let us know what y'all think.
I will leave it alone.
Better. Tell us what y'all think. What would look better? Should we whitewash it, or just leave it like this?
I'm gonna leave it alone unless the consensus says to do it otherwise.
I'm gonna probably leave it alone too, unless we get a lot of people saying we need to whitewash it. So everybody pick my way.
But
it'd be helpful for me.
If you are looking to make a small room, it doesn't have to be a food preservation room. It doesn't have to be anything. It could be a craft room or a home office.
Yeah.
And you're just thinking, I really don't have anything. Just scrap wood and some cheap flooring that we had left over can really transform a small space into a usable space, and it won't cost anything really. So that's why we wanted to bring you along, to just let you know that it doesn't have to be expensive to look nice.
Yeah.
I'm very happy with how it turned out, and I have the most amazing husband that surprised me with this when I got home from work. So
you didn't tell me he was going to be coming. Was he coming?
Y'all have a great and wonderful day. Thank you for joining us. We can't wait to see y'all till next time. Take care.
You have a great and wonderful one. Later.
I love it. It looks so good.
Don't ever forget. You always have to have a room like this. It has to have a coffee pot in it. No matter where you go.
Has to.